Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start this session. This is going to be on how to set up sales tax in your Amazon account. Now, I'm not going to go into a deep dive of sales tax in Amazon and if you should register for every state and all kinds of things. Like that's a question for a tax professional. Melissa is not a tax professional. The government scares the living daylights out of Melissa, so she is not going to give you guys tax advice. I'm just going to show you how to set up your taxes in Seller Central. So if you haven't done this, just walk you through that process. There is a handout to go along with this. It's setting up tax settings. It's also on the Facebook group. So you can definitely check that out if need be to refer back to it. But everything I'm going to do is in those instructions. So the first thing you want to do is log into Seller Central. You want to go to your settings and then tax settings. Now the first time that you set this up, there might be a whole section on just the methodology. You'll have to scroll through that and then click approve before you get to this window. Now, before I mention how to set up the tax settings, I want to talk a little bit about what you need to do in the first place. So to pay or to collect state sales tax, you need to have a resale certificate or be registered with your state. So if you aren't registered with your state, you need to do that first so that you have that registration number so that you can set up for your taxes. Now, in a lot of states, that number is the same as your EIN, but in some states it's not. So you just want to have that set up first before you start collecting the sales tax. So I'm going to stop this screen share real quick and try to add a state so that you guys can't see our information here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to add the state that you want to collect sales tax for. You're going to put in your state tax registration number here. Then the state is going to be selected automatically. And then it's also going to select the county, the city, and the district. You can unclick those. That's unnecessary. And then the taxability. So what other items can be taxed? You're going to select gift wrap, shipping, and handling. And then custom tax rate. You can click to assign a custom tax rate. If you don't, it will default to the tax rate for your state. So that's something to think about. Now, the way that this works is whatever state you're registered in. So, for example, we're registered in the state of New Jersey. Everybody who lives in the state of New Jersey that orders from us will have to pay sales tax. And that's how that works. Now, in your account, there are already some states that Amazon collects sales tax for. Those are kind of separate. So once you've selected it and filled out this information, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and it's going to say tax calculation rules. So if you don't put in any information when you're uploading products, it's going to ask you for a default product tax code. So if you click this, there are going to be a whole bunch of different ones. So you can do AGIN tax or AGIN no tax. So AGIN taxes, you're going to use the default tax. AGIN no tax is going to be you're not going to tax that item. So if you look here, it'll give you more information about what to select. So AGIN tax is always taxable. You can click on this and it'll explain it to you. Or you can click on AGIN no tax, which is always non-taxable. So those are the pieces that you want to use. We always use AGIN tax. Then another thing that you can do is enroll in Amazon's tax exemption program. So what this allows you to do is it allows buyers to make tax exempt purchases from you. So if you want to take part in that, you just click this button here and then you save these settings. And as soon as it processes, Amazon will start collecting sales tax for your customers. Now, there are two ways to view this information. One of them is to go to reports and then tax document library. And what you can do is you can generate a tax report and request a report, and you'll be able to see the rundown of the taxes that you've collected. That's one way. Another way is to go to reports. Not there. Another is to go to reports and then fulfillment. And if you go over to sales, there's a tab for customer taxes. And if you generate a report here, you can actually see who paid taxes, what the order was, how much they paid for it, and how much was collected for the taxes. So what you can do is you can either get it from here or from that other report I just mentioned. And then this documentation you can submit to whoever is going to do your business sales tax for reporting purposes. Are there any questions about this? So either reports and fulfillment, and then sales and customer taxes. Or reports and tax document library. Mm-hmm. No, two. So it's reports, fulfillment, then sales, and then customer taxes. That's all one.
The same information.
Just different views. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, are there any questions on how to do this? You definitely want to set up to collect sales taxes so that you don't have to cover that information, or not cover that information, but cover that cost when tax time comes. So make sure that you have that set up.